And this is kind of what I was wondering what like each region was going to pick between the dilemma of Hammer and Axe. And I do think that Axe has been out long enough that more people would be willing to pick up Axe with their, like as a side weapon to their main than they would be Hammer if this was a decision going through here.
I feel like Axe, like over the years, you know, it's gotten some changes, but the core game plan has remained the same. It's always been kind of designed as like a fairly simple weapon, right? Like, I mean, it's all, I won't say all, but a lot of the hitboxes are just like giant circles.
It is the nice back air weapon.
It is the nice back air weapon.
we have Sire, so.
That is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Astute, maybe?
Apt.
Apt. Accurate.
Yeah. Words that mean true.
True. So true.
So true.
So true.
Oh, Ensig didn't hit. Went for grab. That's actually really cool. I can't believe I haven't seen that more often. Like Rayman's going for grounded Ensig into immediate gravity cancel down Sig because it makes you airborne. D-Light Ground Pound will get the knockout there, and it'll even up the stocks. But Sire actually started off this game at a deficit against Laz.
And so this is like a cool thing, right? Now that everyone's willing to play Axe again, that means Brawlhalla is going to be around for more than just doubles. Which is kind of cool to see. I like seeing Brawlhalla in the singles environment.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because for a long time it was the opposite. But D-Light Recovery comes through, or takes the lead rather, back into his favor there, 2-1. Sire still moving nicely, but he's getting hit while moving this time. That's the difference between this last set and this one.
Oh, stuff.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
If he pivoted that actually would have worked.
And there's part of me that feels like Sire might like still be kind of like, I don't know how to say it, it's like lagging a little bit in terms of like
brain lag?
Brain lag in terms of like not realizing the person he's fighting now. Like I feel like a lot of the follow-ups that he's going for is because of the set he just played, and those are reads that worked against his previous opponent, but it's not going to work here.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I wonder how often that happens in a game like Brawlhalla, where the movement of the characters that you're fighting is actually very similar. Because in a more like the character is dependent on how it moves based fighting game, I can see what you're saying happening if you fight the same character from two different players back to back. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Okay,
wow.
Gravity cancel, down Sig into get stomped. Laz takes a commanding victory there in game one.
Yeah, Laz did not make that one look close. I mean, Sire was definitely struggling. Couldn't really get much going with much of like anything with those gauntlets, to be honest. You know, got a hit here or there, but that was it. No edge guards, no scenarios where I was like, oh, we might see an early stock get taken here, or like a wildly long string or anything like that. And then the Axe was like, it was aight, but I think Laz just looked kind of just more clean in the neutral overall, you know?
We'll see if anything changes going into game two. I think I like your theory about how Sire's like kind of waking up and being like, oh, I'm fighting somebody who plays like this now. And he's had his one game to adjust. And so now we find out if that's the case.
Because you can't immediately read like with down Sig, you know? Like yes, you can if you're trying to send a message, but like...
Down Sig? Oh, he went for it. I saw the startup frames of the gravity cancel. He just got hit by a nair immediately. And that might be the last time that he tries that against Laz. Laz seems to be very good at recovering with Axe. Gauntlets picked up, nice landing coverage. Nice. That neutralite silent recovery goes all the way up in the air and actually goes for ground pound. Sire just really just throwing out moves as much as he possibly can.
Is kind of how I'm feeling too. I'm like, all right, we just side ticking out and getting out the way, just kind of trying to stay unpredictable, which I think is like, you know, a very fine way of trying to approach the game sometimes. You don't really know where you're going. How's your opponent?
Rayman does really have the best signature kit for moving with your signatures instead of your character's movement.
Yes.
And Sire seems to be enjoying that, much to his detriment there, as we see him get stared out of that neutral signature. He was like, I could dash onto stage, or I could jump off this magic mushroom and, well, get hit off the side of the stage by a sider. Ground pound comes through, evens it up much closer in game two here against Laz.
Okay, so here we go. I want to see if Sire can maybe answer back here in this game too. I mean, already looking closer just overall, but hasn't really gotten a streak of momentum. I'm looking to see when can you get that first hit, convert to 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, really get a read on your opponent's defensive options. But it seems like every time Sire gets a hit and then goes for a follow-up second hit, he's guessed wrong like the past 5 times. Speaking of guessing wrong, guesses wrong on the offense there as well. And Laz just immediately chops him up for it.
One of the best ways to use Brawlhalla down sig, my favorite way to use it is when you gravity cancel it because you get like that rolling motion, kind of like greatsword downlight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
But how he slid it off the stage, he kind of got like a Sentinel-esque center of the move spike hitbox. That was really neat. I've never really seen that before, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Because it's rare you see it hit from like the bottom. You know? It's always from the side, generally speaking. And so
ends up talking him away from the side of the stage. I don't even know. I guess Laz just didn't have a dodge. Okay, Sire evens it up pretty fast there. I thought Laz was going to run away with it after that.
All right, good, because we needed that. I mean, Sire definitely doesn't be down too much.
No.
The juggles. Oh, you missed the weapon throw. Now you're in a really bad spot. You have to wait for a weapon to spawn. There it is. You get chopped up, going to grab it, but only one nair isn't the worst possible scenario. Laz is doing so good with this offense, though. I mean, look at the reads on the movement from Sire. One more Sire here. Oh, couldn't quite line it up. Sire gonna get some gauntlets on this.
There's the gravity cancel down with that downwards motion. Not every single. Oh, okay. Sidestick comes through, just hits him. Opportunity here for an edge guard. Does a double jump side air. Sire gets a nair. Nothing else after that. And now I think Laz was really banking on that side sig knocking out. And now he's like, oh, I gotta play the slow game here. And Sire has an opportunity. Okay, that down sig might have just cost him.
Weapon throw's not good.
Now Laz doesn't even want to mess with gauntlets off stage unarmed. He was like, nope, I'm going over to sword.
All right, side air, delight recovery, neutral sig even. That's a little sleeper option you could try right here.
Just recovery at this point. He doesn't fall to the platform. That delight recovery will do it. And Laz has now got Sire at match points, up 2-0. A much better game from Sire. And I think this is the first game where I'd be like, you know what? I could see a reverse 3-0 if Sire. Oh, you kind of looked a little doubtful there when I said that out loud.
I don't know. I would love to see it, but I feel like the way Laz is playing, I think this one might just be a 3-0. I think this one might just be a 3-0.
Okay, all right. I think from games 1 to game 2, Sire made some great adjustments.
This is true.
And then
I will concede on that front.
As opposed to the other games where it was just kind of like, I don't see the adjustments being made, but for some reason, Keith's winning. Like that was like one of those things that happened. Here's a huge adjustment. This is just a character change to Mordex coming out from Sire here.
Oh, hold on.
I guess he conceded the Axe Ditto to Laz. He was like, okay, you've got me beat. Now I'm going Sandstorm mode.
I think that was the play to make, though I am still skeptical about these gauntlets. Granted, they're starting off much stronger. I mean, look at this. That's a great. Wow, he must have gotten a little touch on the ground somewhere right there because he did just get the dodge. Ooh. But this is a beautiful first stock here. Stuffs the recovery. And I was saying I was a doubter behind these gauntlets, but Sire immediately saying, no, I think I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, all right, bro, you got that one, but I really want to see what the Scythe has to say.
You lock in Fenrir Mordex. You chant Scythe forever 3 times before going into your
like
tournament match.
Just do it in the mirror.
and then you summon the will of Sandstorm. And you go up 3 stocks to 1. Okay, you gotta stop getting. I don't know why. He did it twice.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you're done.
I think he just really wanted to clip. Laz over here flabbergasted by this weapon.
Oh my god!
And they're gonna give Loki Scythe after this. That's what he's thinking right now.
All right, maybe you had it. I don't know. I didn't think that, like, because a lot of the time I'd be watching Sire and Sire would just start with Mordex. There was a time where that was kind of the way Sire would approach.
Yeah.
And I'm like watching this and I'm like, bro, like, yeah.
It's been a bit since I've heard that. I don't think I've heard Complete Annihilation yet on stream.
It happened earlier today.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, not in our set.
You're talking about in Australia?
But yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Because there's a few different sound bites at the end. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Annihilation, Obliterated.
Utter Destruction, I think that's one of them.
I think one of them's like, your mom. I was like, whoa,
I don't know.
What?
It's a secret one.
Yeah, you gotta input a special code to get that one.
Yeah. Oh, we got the slow-mo. Here we go. It's not a 3-0. Laz still sticking with Maggie here going up against Sire, who's now on Mordex. Demon Island just it is a noticeably different flat stage from Brawlhaven, where Sire was able to get so many of those early knockouts, where I feel like something that is usually a talking point with Jala is that, like, hey, defense stance. 4 defense still, though, right? That's something to think about.
Yeah, you're like just doing it to fit in. Yeah, at this point, you know, it's not really giving you the boons. It's just like, I have to make sure they don't know that I'm alien. It's like press 1 if you're a townie. You know, you just start mashing 1, town assailant. Oh, man. Here we go. But Laz, looking like that last game did not phase whatsoever, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. I almost feel like the thing that you said in Game 1 for Sire is actually what happened to Laz in Game 3, but instead of it being his opponent's difference, it's like, oh yeah, I'm fighting Scythe now. I have to dodge.
Yeah, or like,
there hits, and that's the difference between Demon Island and Brawlhaven, right? Like, I think Sire would have gotten, okay.
I don't know what that I have questions. I do not know that I will receive answers,
you will
but
not.
I have questions.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to, like, go that far to find them.
Yeah.
You're like, I have questions, but I don't need to go in the chat right now. We could do it. We've got left stick on standby. He could ask. He'd be like, why did you fall off the stage?
Oh, no dodge here. Laz not going to pressure.
He did pressure, but it was because it was late that it ended up not working out there. Sire tried to get like a dodge through lead there. Went for a pivot side lane. Laz just knocks him away. Sire gets dodged out of the way there. Down stick could be huge if he goes for that same maneuver before. I feel like it covers that wall perfectly, but he just waits out Sire's jumps. And Sire does come back to the stage just to get end-lighted again and again. Tournament stock for Sire once more.
And you can see the evolution of Axe, right? Like, there was a time where people thought that KOing with Axe meant for fishing with side air, or, you know, back when Sidelight Sire was true, fishing for that. But now, across the board in every region, people have just gotten so content with, I'm just going to end light for the 15th time in a row.
Just get Sidelight Nair 4 more times,
yeah,
and then end light or D-light, right?
It's kind of reminiscent of like old gauntlets when neutral light used to KO, right? Like,
yeah.
Fine, eventually it will, but with Axe, since it just does more damage per hit, it's like, all right, yeah.
Oh, and he gets that nice pivot dare, weapon throw, ground pound. Laz makes quick work of Sire in Game 4, knocks him out 3-1, and that was like, I'm like wondering if Brawlhaven was him just taking like a break. I don't know. There was a completely
like a cat
different.
nap.
Yeah, I have no idea. 560 on Axe, 0 damage on Sword. He really is just playing Jala for the Axe and the stats.
I don't